Hi guys, CeeChronicles here. Welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're a first timer here, I post fragrance related content, guys, and I would appreciate it if you did consider joining us here by subscribing. And to those who are returning, thank you so much, guys, for the continued support. I appreciate you as always. Welcome to must try alternatives in my collection. These are dupes, clones, or inspirations to popular fragrances. And I haven't reviewed most of them, but I thought to clue you up first so that if you were looking for something in the same vein with what I'm going to show you here, then you know what to go for. Okay, the first one is going to be Hayti Royale by Fragrance World. Comes in this gorgeous bottle. I noticed that the Middle Eastern companies have used this bottle a lot. Even Lattafa has got a Hayti that is in this shape of a bottle. They have a black one, they have a pink one, I think they have a rose one. I don't know, it makes me think that these companies are literally maybe the same thing, guys. So this is from Fragrance World. It is also in the same vein as Ad Al Zafran's Musaf. So please don't go buying the same fragrance twice. If you cannot get this one, you can go ahead and purchase Musaf, the brown one. It's one and the same thing, guys. I'm not presenting it to you as a dupe for Musaf because Musaf is already a dupe. Why it's here is if you were bummed when 1 Million Lucky by Paco Rabanne for Men was discontinued, this is going to be a great alternative for you to try. Notes listed for this fragrance, guys, include chocolate and grape and tonka, but that is not exactly what I get here. So it could be that maybe the notes were dropped based on a mental shortcut that this bottle is brown or chocolate looking. What I can say is expect a woodsy, spicy, honeyed fragrance there. Expect like a citrusy thing going on there, as well as hazelnut. Great performance in this one, decent lasting power. I cannot fault it. It is Hayti Royale and it's sitting on our number 1. Second on the lineup is Viva Viola by Ajmal. A pretty bottle there, 75 ml. This is a juice that is comprised of strawberry, raspberry, I think there's lychee, could have a ginger, very sparkly fragrance there. I'm going to give it a quick spray. I was actually intending to buy the purple one and they didn't have it in stock, so I ended up settling for this one. But this came as a surprise when I sprayed it, guys. This DNA feels a lot similar to that of Attrape Rêves by Louis Vuitton, punched up with Mon Prairie. So if you love that kind of DNA, this is going to do it for you guys. However, if you haven't smelled both of those fragrances, what I can say is a summer forward, fizzy, effervescent, happy scent, easy reach, a fragrance that is not doing too much. If you have used either Mon Prairie or Attrape Rêves, you will know that that fragrance is not really screaming. It's not mute either. It is just an elegant fruity presentation in a bottle, great for summer, very classy right there. So I thought to recommend it, guys, on our number 2. For those who love that DNA, do try Viva Viola by Ajmal. Third on the lineup, guys, is from Fragrance World. This one is Icy Roses, and it is inspired, guys, by Roses on Ice by Kilian. I'm gonna give it a quick spray as well and then tell you my thoughts. Although this is not first impressions, I have played around with this fragrance. What I can say about it, in case you haven't come across the DNA of Roses on Ice, is this is a cucumber forward fragrance. So it's going to come across as very awkward for some people because the cucumber is doing the most, guys, in this perfume. It's a very light, airy fragrance, a bit on the fresh side there as well. You're going to get juniper, but I can see some people saying they don't get juniper at all because the cucumber is doing the most there. Something that is pretty weird because I didn't think cucumber can be this active, you know, in a fragrance. So do make sure you like cucumber forward fragrances before you purchase this one, guys. It is a light performer as well, so do not expect an exceptional performance. So it's going to be an easy reach for those people that love light, airy fragrances to wear in summer. So if you just want to try the DNA for Roses on Ice, I personally don't have that DNA to compare, but I would like to think that there is some semblance to this. I mean, for them to go this far. So if you don't want to pull the trigger on the real thing and you just want to test the waters first to see if you are going to be impressed with the actual fragrance, then you can possibly pick this one up because it goes for under $20, guys. It's from Fragrance World and it's called Icy Roses, and it's sitting on our number 3. Fourth on the lineup, guys, this is LEF Fade. This house is not spoken about a lot on YouTube. However, I do have I think 2 or 3 fragrances from them, and this is one of them. This is in the same vein, of course, as your Killian Angels share, as you can see. However, there is a little twist to this one. It amps it up more on the crispy apple than the cinnamon, the woods, that sort of thing. A twist that makes the version more wearable as well, if I may add, because it just interprets as lighter, but not necessarily meaning that this is going to be weak in terms of performance. The performance for this is up to 5 or 6 hours, if you will, but it just is a crispy take to the original fragrance. So if you can get your hands on LEF Fade Intoxicate, it is inspired, guys, by Angel's Share. So that is another alternative that I had to drop here for you, and it's sitting on our number 4. Number 5, guys, is going to be of the Lattafa Pride Collection 2nd edition, and this is called Affection. The actual bottle looks like this. What I have here is a mini. I thought to clue you up, guys, because when I dropped my review for Keali's Yum Pistachio Gelato, you guys wanted to know whether there was a dupe for that fragrance. What I can say is Lattafa have taken it and they have run with it. I did bring you one before from Paris Corner called Eternal Meadows, and I did say that that fragrance is in the same vein as Yum Pistachio. However, it does miss the mark here and there. Now, this, on the other hand, this one called Affection, is at par with that fragrance. I do have Yum Pistachio in my collection. That is why I say they went ahead and copied everything. The notes listed for this fragrance are selective. They do list pistachio, however, they do not list ice cream. They do not list marshmallow, cotton candy, lucum, sweets. Some of the notes that make Yum Pistachio. So don't let that deter you from purchasing this fragrance. This is one-on-one with Yum Pistachio, and if you wore this fragrance, no one will tell the difference, honestly. So if you were one that was looking for an alternative to that fragrance, grab yourself Affection of the new Lattafa Pride collection by Lattafa. 6th on the lineup, guys, is Shachaf Oud Asrach. I like the presentation. It is a deep, like a navy blue, colored bottle there. I'm going to give it a quick spray here, and I'm going to tell you my thoughts. Now, Swiss Arabian, before I even get into this fragrance, let me say, it depends on what country you're in, whether or not it makes sense to actually buy a dupe versus what it is duping. In this case, this particular one, Asrach, is duping Montao's Honey Oud. So if it's maybe a $10 or a $20 difference between buying the original and this, then maybe you just need to buy the original. However, from this fragrance, let me say, expect a heavy hitter of a fragrance, guys. Tons of spices there, woods, cinnamon, honey, oud, leather, amber, vanilla, and they haven't used those in small doses. They've gone ahead and used heavy hitter notes and not sparingly. So this is a heavyweight fragrance for a bold individual. If you're not that sort of person that loves beast mode fragrances, this fragrance is going to carry you. I was doing my research when it comes to Montao's Honey Oud, which is what this one is inspired by, and I did come across a couple of comments that said that one is heavier than this. Now, guys, if the original is heavier than this, and I'm saying this is heavy, then I don't know, guys. So it really depends. I just thought to clue you up here. If the Swiss Arabian one is on the affordable side, to you, then by all means, you can go ahead and purchase this, because I love the quality of Swiss Arabian fragrances, and I do feel the price point for them is justified, because their fragrance quality is top notch there. So sitting, guys, on our number 6 is Shachaf Oud Asrach, your alternative to Montao's Honey Oud. 7th on the lineup, guys, is the fragrance that actually inspired me to put up this compilation of the must-have dupes in my collection. This is Rave Now White, and we did put out a full review dedicated to this particular fragrance. This, to me, is inspired by MFK's Amaris. Femme, on skin, on clothes, it just smells the same as Amyris, guys. But in case you do not have Amyris in your collection, or in case you do not have Symphony, because I cannot speak for Symphony by Louis Vuitton, I don't have that fragrance, but in case you don't have it as well, what I can say, guys, is do expect an intoxicating citrus coming from this fragrance. This is a Venti tone citrus. This is a citrus that can last the whole day. It has the inclusion of lemon verbena there, giving it like a grassy feel, anchoring that citrus and giving it a lasting power. It's then tied up in the end, you know, with a finish of a vetiver. So I guess that those notes give it weight there. So this is a heavyweight citrus and a fragrance that I can totally recommend. In fact, from the Rave Now collection, I think this and the pineapple are my utmost favorite, in as much as I'm going to give you a comparison of all of them. So do get your hands on this. It's called Rave Now White. On our number 8 is Paris Corner's Phenomenal Quos, a fragrance that I did feature a while ago, and I did give you a full review, and I said this one was inspired by Maison Margiela's Jazz Club. I have brought it back because it has macerated to become what feels like a fusion of two fragrances, really. Maison Margiela's Jazz Club as well as Tom Ford's Soleil Blanc, okay? There is a coconutty thing that has reason to come to the surface here, giving this fragrance like a creamy backdrop to it. It still keeps that jazz club kind of vibe and a smooth touch to everything. There's also that booziness of the rum that you got to get there, tobacco and vanilla. So it is a complex DNA altogether, but all I can say is if you love hints of coconut in your fragrance, this, you know, after 2-3 months in my collection, started to have that coconut pop in it, which leans very close to Tom Ford's Soleil Blanc. So it does feel like a mixture of the two fragrances, really. It's from Paris Corner and it's called Phenomenal Quos. 9th on the lineup, guys, is from the company LEF Fade, and this one is called Lavish Blush. This is going to be your delicate, feminine, floral scent with rose there in the forefront, inspired by Lancome's Idol. Do expect a very fresh, clean fragrance with rose in the forefront there, touch of jasmine as well, and wafts of vanilla. Very delicate, very feminine, very classy and clean. It just screams I clean up real nice. Sitting on our number 9 is a Lavish Blush by LEF Fade. 10th on the lineup is going to be from Pandora Scents, a subsidiary of Paris Corner. This one is called Jasmine Intense, but let me clue you up quickly. There is nothing intense about this fragrance. However, it is in the same vein as Bovari's Jasmine Noir, the EDT. So that intense there is a bit misleading because it's not a fragrance that does stretch it up to over 4 hours, if I must say. So that was the qualifying factor for me to say this must be in line with the EDT. So the performance here is not so good, but in terms of representation, it's going to give you a 101 representation of Bovari's Jasmine Noir. Do expect a bitter almond in this fragrance, as well as a very gentle lotus flower and a gentle fresh jasmine, a bit of a tonka. It is feminine in nature as well, very soft, very easy reach if you do not mind reapplying. So if you are on the hunt for an inspiration of Bovari's Jasmine Noir, the EDT, Pandora Scents is going to do it for you guys. And it's the last one on the list. So that's a wrap, guys. Do let me know in the comment section whether this particular video was helpful. I'm going to try and drop some more as per usual. For those who like inspirations, for those who want to save a penny, we're always on the hunt, guys, for fragrances that are going to save us a couple of coins. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. Let's meet in the comment section where we'll obviously discuss more about fragrances. Like and share this video, and most importantly, remember to subscribe if you haven't already. And that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.